Hi there, my name's Oren. I brought the Mog up to my friend David's farm to give him a help on his first cut of silage. So she's a 1978, she's a U1300 and she's a proper ag spec, not one that's been re-registered from the German council. So she left the factory with front and rear PTOs. We did have rear linkage, but it's been borrowed at some point in the past. The front linkage is a quick release, so we've nipped that off and left that at home, so it's, you know, not sticking out and not in the way. We got the OM 352 engine in there. She's running about 140, 150 horsepower on the rear PTO. Having said that, we have got the later turbocharger on there, so we got an OM 366 turbo on there, so bit bigger, allows for, you know, more fueling on the top end. Yeah, we've had a few issues with it. It's been sat in a yard for the last four and a half years till I bought it. So we've had to do head gasket, full service, you know, spent a bit of money getting all the brakes sorted. The reason I bought this Mog, I've always fancied one ever since, you know, about going back maybe 15 years ago, when I was buying my my Land Rover. The chap I bought the Land Rover off, he had a Mog. That sort of started the seed, I suppose, that planted it. And yeah, it came to the point where this one became available, and at the time I was selling I have a Massey 6265. You know, moving away from field work, doing more road work, decided to take the leap really, and yeah, sold one and decided to buy this. So a little bit of history. Mercedes set out, or they actually bought the rights to the Unimog, which was made by a one-man band. He wanted a tractor that could go high speed on the road as well as do the field work. This Unimog, despite being mid-70s, it's coil sprung all round. We've got disc brakes on all corners. You know, it's got high road speed capability, so it will happily sit at 50 going down the road, as well as going through the field. So, I mean, if you put this in its crawler gears, it does about 50 meters an hour. So it's got a hell of a gear range on it. Yeah, they were sort of, Mercedes set out to make the ultimate tractor, as it were. So they wanted it to do everything. Compared to your tractor of a similar age, the design of these was so far ahead of its time. The cabs on these are mounted on rubbers, and they're mounted on 3 separate points. So you've got 2 points at the front on the cab, and at the back is mounted on 1 central pivot point. And the idea of this is to allow the chassis to flex. So when you're working over rough ground and rough terrain, they can move independently and they don't tear themselves to bits. So quite often when we're heading down the road, you'll see the rear tub, the rear tipper body, and the cab will often wobble completely independent of one another. So since she's come out of the workshop, you know, we've only done, you know, a little bit of road work. We've done a little bit of haulage with a low loader. You know, the main reason for coming up today to give Dave a hand, you know, is, you know, get her alongside the chopper, you know, get some grass and see how she handles it really, and see if she's got the minerals.